What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, and what I want to do is do the Wall Street cheat sheet again. I want to do this about once every month now that we're getting closer to the top of this range for Bitcoin. And the reason why I want to do this, guys, is so that we can protect our gains and we know where we're at in this space. Now, if you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm a little bit more conservative than other people. Some people are saying 500,000 for Bitcoin. You know, my main target area is about $100,000. I think it's going to be tough for people to pay over $100,000 for that, and I almost feel like we got into that bubble territory a little bit over $50,000, and that's where we may see our next bear market come down to. And that's just what I've been studying on, guys. Even right now, I'm studying on distribution tops, I'm studying on climax volume, looking at reading volumes on volumes like we had a commenter say before, and I'm really paying attention to this euphoria top that we potentially could be at. And what I wanted to do today was show you where I believe that we're at right now. And where I believe that we're at is the thrill area. I believe we are in thrill with Bitcoin being at $60,000. We're a little bit below it right now, 59.7. We've been fighting back and forth for a while with that. But I believe just looking at comments, looking at everything, that thrill area fits us pretty well. It says, I will buy more on margin. Got to tell everyone to buy. Everyone's been talking about got to buy, got to buy. I believe we're past the belief stage, the time to get fully invested. The last video we did, we talked about being between the two. I believe we're fully in thrill now, especially if we get this next pump to the upside. What I'm expecting in Bitcoin is one or two more legs up. If we underperform, it's going to be one more leg up. If we go about right where I thought, it would be two legs. And then if we overperform, it'll be three more legs up. But right now, what we're looking at is potentially going into that euphoria stage once we get this next serious pop to the upside. We've been fighting with 60,000 for so long. If we do get this major pop, we could look up to $75,000 to $80,000 up in that range. And like we talked about, what I want to look for is that climax volume at the top. When we've reached euphoria and you see these sticks of volume, which we're going to get into, guys, if you can see back in here, just to zoom in for you, in March, our bottom was marked with climax volume. And you can see even this sell-off here, it wasn't fully climax volume, it was high volume, but that would have been a warning there. And you can see we went from roughly about 42,000 down to 28,000. So these can be telltale signs for you as well. Yet again, high volume here, we had a pretty decent sell-off. And what we're looking for is that last major stick of volume on the leg up that would be similar to something that we had back in here to start our trend. Guys, volume will tell you so much about things, and I love studying on volume. I mean, just to give you an example, people have been asking about my books. I'm reading Candlestick Charting, Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns. We have Candlestick Charting Explained. We have the Japanese Candlestick book, Charting Techniques, Rule the Freaking Markets, Elliott Wave, The Complete Day Trader, all about market timing, all about technical analysis, capital gains, advanced swing trading, using technical analysis, swing trading, and bear markets, the bear market game plan. And I think when you put things together and you start studying about these things and you can prepare for them, we want to be able to kill it in the bear market as well as the bull market, right? And now that this bull market has progressed the way that it has, we want to start looking for tops. I'm not saying the top's in, right? We're talking about potentially another leg up to 70,000, 75,000, then a retracement potentially back to 60 before we finish it off for that euphoria top. You know, and I understand when people are saying the $300,000 to $400,000, I think what they're talking about is maybe wicking up to it. I'm talking about sustained trading. I want to see real trading up above $100,000. And that's going to be tough for people to pay that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I've talked about Ethereum, guys. I guess I'll say this with Ethereum, why I've talked about maybe you just want one coin of Ethereum and just hold that, you know, especially to the end of this top here, just because Bitcoin, you know, people can't just go buy a Bitcoin now with the price where it's at, and Ethereum's getting out of that range as well. You know, it's getting a small cheap car now, and then it just keeps building and building and building. And you know, we do have that potential for Ethereum to hit $5,000 to $10,000, but I would focus on that in terms of getting one full Ethereum and seeing what you can do with that. That's the backbone of the cryptocurrency space. So I'd really focus on Ethereum and a little bit more of the altcoins than Bitcoin right now. But when we're looking at this here, this area of thrill, you know, there's some spots in here where we actually come back down pretty decent before we go up for this euphoria. And you know, guys, the euphoria before, it was Bitcoin was at $7,000-8,000 last time we had this. Then it went up to over $20,000, and some altcoins went from like $50 up to $400. I'm thinking of Litecoin. I believe it was $50 or $60, went up to 400. So these blow off tops can be immense. So I'm not saying we're done. What I'm saying here is we have to start studying and looking for the top. So euphoria is I'm a genius. We're all going to be rich. And then on the backside here, what you see is this big retracement, this big pullback. And then you'll see us bounce up, and it's going to be on lighter volume. Okay, that's what you're going to see with Bitcoin. Same thing. When we have that big euphoria top, we'll sell off. Everyone thinks it's just some retracement. You know what I mean? And we're going to go back up higher, and you'll see us move up. It's going to be on weaker volume, and then the plunge is going to come. And complacency, what it says is on the backside here, we just need to cool off for the next rally. Then it goes into anxiety. Why am I getting margin calls? This dip is taking longer than expected. Denial, my investments are with great companies. They'll bounce back. Panic, oh crap, everyone is selling. I need to get out. Anger, who shorted the market? Why did the government allow this to happen? Then it goes into depression. My retirement money is lost. How can we pay for all this new stuff? And then disbelief. This is a sucker's rally. And this happens over and over and over again. I promise you, we'll come back to this video. There's going to be a bear market for cryptocurrency. These cycles are going to repeat themselves. And you know, guys, people who were like me, who went through 2017 and everything, when we were told, you know, it's my own fault, but we were told everything's going to the moon. It's going to stay to the moon, and this is different. None of us want to get caught with our pants pulled down again. We want to be taking profits, especially if you're in massive gains, guys. Don't ever be afraid to take it off the table. Your original investment, take it off the table. So you're playing on house money, and then the worst happens if all of a sudden, you know, you get stopped out or whatever, then it doesn't matter. But in your original money's out of the market. But you don't want to see your portfolio go up to tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or $1 million, and then all of it go back down 70%. In the last bear market, 90% in some cases. So we have to think about these things, and we have to have a plan for what we're going to do when the top comes in. And what I'd love to hear down low is if you guys think it's going to be one more leg to the upside, and that's going to be about it, that $70,000 to $80,000 range. You think it's going to be two, and we're going to get up to around 100, maybe a little over 100,000, or is it going to be three potential legs to the upside that we still have left, to where we're going to get up to 250, 300,000, somewhere in that range? I would love to hear your guys' opinion down low. Like I said, I'm a little bit more conservative. My targets were 75,000 on the low end, underperforming 100,000 about right, and I could see a top coming in at 100,000. Like last time, it was 20,000, big round psychological number. Then if we overperform, I'm looking at 125 to 150, right in that range. Those are my numbers. I would love to hear your numbers down low, but I definitely think, guys, we're in this thrill range. Even if we get some type of retracement here, I still think we're up in this area right now, and we still have euphoria to go. Okay? So that's my opinion on things. God bless each and every one of you. I hope this helped you. Take care, my friends.